Welcome back to Let's Read Judge Dredd. Today's episode is Return of the King, Part 1. So here we go. For a while he slept. It was cold down there in the dark. His nostrils had rotted away, so he couldn't smell the stench. But he could feel the softness of his companions. Feel them spilling their pulped innards all over him, covering him in death's black ooze. He could feel the cold, so he got up through the thousands of empty human shells whose hollow sockets gazed in condemnation. Condemnation. Yes, that's what he deserved. He'd been responsible for the deaths of 60 million human beings. It was night, and for a moment he thought death still held sway. But no, it was not that night. The eternal darkness, the stars were out. They'd never shone during the bad days. To see them was... He could have cried. He'd have cried if he could. He saw the city far away, its myriad lights glinting silver and gold in the night. His city. He was the king of the city. That much he knew, its greatest warrior chief, who had ruled with iron and blood and who'd been betrayed by his people. He needed forgiveness so much. So the dead king set off to reclaim his throne and to beg his people for absolution. $23.30 Mega City 1. Ed Booper here for the channel thing from Tom's Shop Block Plaza, where armed raiders are holed up in Lucio's Total Market after an abortive attempt to rob it. Raiders are described by witnesses as being murdering creeps, have so far killed 2 market scavies, and I'm going to the Justice Department rep, Judge Spencer. Hey, Judge, what's the lowdown? We got the situation under control, pal. Get lost. Not too cool, Judge. Give me something I can use, huh? How about a busted head? How about a busted head, punk? That any good? Beat it, like I told you. We got it under control. Okay at the back, doggy? Any action? Ice cold, bro. No, not a judge in sight. Not a judge in sight. One move and you're on the midnight belted recyc, meathead. How many others? So, 7 at the front. Hurry! Wonk. You law boys stay back, eh? We got 6 more jerks in here getting stiffed. The second we smell a rat. Let's talk safe passage, huh? Spencer, Dredd, they've shot all the skivvies. Repeat, no hostages. You need assist? No. You need assist? Negative. You creeps, drop the guns or face the consequences. Grim! Just one of him. We can take him. Not him, man. What's it gonna be, slime? For hours he stumbled through the neon jungle, staying in the shadows so his people couldn't see him. They weren't ready for that just yet. when clouds slid across the stars and the rain began. He almost gave up. It was like an omen. And then, at last, he saw his place. He entered by the secret ways and moved through the dark tunnels that only a king could know, heading upwards, ever upwards, towards what was his by right, his throne. Huh? Well, good damn. Security, this here's the chief judge. We got an intruder up here. You boys got some explaining to do.
Grunt, squad's on its way, man.
I'm investigating here. Okay, boy, what in tarnation you doing sitting in our chair? Get your butt up. Get your butt out of it and turn around nice and slow. You finished off here, Spencer? There's one creep on ice at the back, doing 10.
Control to Dredd.
Dredd here.
Chief Judge wants to see you at the Grand Hall. That's a priority call.
You won't believe this one, Dredd. I mean, it is weird. Calm down, Patterson. Glad you could make it, Dredd. Something here you better take a look at. Joe. It's good to see you, Joe. Remember me, Chief Judge Silver? The Grand Hall of Justice, where Chief Judge Silver has returned from the grave. What are we gonna do with him? Dude, I am the Chief Judge, Hershey. I'm your king. I can see you're repulsed. There's no need for that. A spell in the Red Med Bay, I'll be alright. Joe? Right. Doesn't take a med team to tell he's dead. Is he a dark judge? Well, he sure ain't killed anyone that we know of. Looks more like a zombie. Kinda like Kraken, we guess. Uh-huh. He said much? Why are you talking about me as if I'm not here? I'm supposed to be in charge. Yeah, like you were during Necropolis. Oh, Joe, I knew you'd be bitter. You don't know what I've seen. Necropolis began so easily. They were all over us before we could do a damn thing. No news from Tech 2, Chief Judge. Oh, 21, Chief Judge. Chief Judge, we're not getting any response on any channel. I think we're cut off. What the hell's going on? This is Chief Judge Silva, Justice Central. All units respond immediate. Hi, big boy! Good! Greetings! Oh, my dear God. Kraken! Oh, why am I doing that? Oh, my dear God, Kraken! Truck! He is mine now, as you will all be. Your judges have surrendered to me, Silver. I am the Chief Judge. Crawl before me. Like hell. Like hell. Grimlet. Get out of here, Chief Judge. But go. I saw her. She put through Put one through Mortis before Nasha got into her.
That's enough of that, my pretty.
I remember. But she bought me time to do what I had to do. I betrayed the city. I'd approved Odell's plan to replace you with Kraken, Joe. It was my fault the dark judges had come. Bullet lodged in my skull should have done what Odell did. Should have set the lawgivers on high explosive. Should have put it in my mouth. I wouldn't scrape and bow down to death. He could kill me, but he'd never beat me. At least not while I was alive.
Don't defy me, curse you, crawl! Wait, brother, let us not be rash. This mortal has been of great help to us. Does he not deserve his reward? Yes! Yes!
They killed me, but that was only the beginning. Where Kraken was Death's puppet, I was his pet. I had been a king, and now I was just a dog. Days turned to weeks and months. I remembered who I was and little else. The memory tormented me every second of my existence. The worst times were when they came back from the slaughter. 10,000 at a time they'd kill, and they'd return to survey their domain, and fear would tell them the total of those judged. And death would say only the beginning, and they'd torture my body to match my mind. I could still feel, and they knew it. All the time they'd hiss into my ear that I betrayed my city to them, and they thanked me. I'll never forget those voices. Kraken hated me. The others despised me, but Kraken hated me. He knew it was my fault. I'd listened to Odell. I'd ignored Dredd's judgment on him. I had so many chances to consign him to peaceful oblivion. Instead, I'd given him living hell. He ripped my heart out and crushed it in front of me. Every day. Then one day, the sisters had news. They'd been hunting Dredd. They'd failed. The dead man was coming, they said, in across the cursed earth with a heart full of hate and vengeance. I knew who it was, and I dared to do something I thought I'd never do again. Hope. And wasn't I right to? I'm back now, Joe. It'll be like it was. I'm in charge. How do you figure that? I never resigned, Joe. Never took the long walk. Not like this mad old woman. It's the law, Joe. I'm still chief judge.
Say what?
Next program, Hail to the King. All right. Well, I guess we'll see what comes next. Till then, thanks for watching.